like something out of a science fiction movie. But for astronauts aboard the International Space Station, or ISS, it's just another day at the office.
Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the fascinating and sometimes strange daily life of these space explorers.
From what they eat to how they sleep, you're about to find out just how different life is hundreds of miles above Earth. First, let's talk about their home. The International Space Station is a massive, sprawling structure, roughly the size of a football field. It's not one big open room, though. It's made up of different modules connected together, each serving a specific purpose, like labs for science,
areas for exercise, and of course living quarters.
When it's time to rest, each astronaut retreats to their own personal sleeping area. Now, don't picture a spacious bedroom. These quarters are tiny, about the size of an old-school phone booth. Inside, there's a sleeping bag, but it's not for warmth, it's to keep them from floating away while they sleep. They strap their sleeping bags to a wall or the ceiling. It doesn't matter which way they sleep, because in microgravity, there is no up.
Their personal space also holds a few treasured items from home and a laptop for work and staying connected with family.
Okay, so what's for dinner in space? You can't exactly order a pizza. Astronaut food has come a long way since the days of squeezing paste from a tube. Most of their food is either dehydrated, freeze-dried, or comes in vacuum-sealed pouches and cans. To prepare a meal, they might add water to a packet of dehydrated spaghetti or heat up a pouch of chicken in a special food warmer. One of the biggest challenges with eating in space is managing crumbs and liquids. Anything that floats away can become a real hazard, potentially clogging air filters or getting into delicate equipment. That's why space food is often designed to be sticky, or salt and pepper don't come in shakers.
They come in liquid form to prevent tiny grains from floating everywhere.
And how do they keep their food trays and utensils from drifting away?
Simple but effective tools. Velcro and magnets are an astronaut's best friend at mealtime.
Now for a question. Everyone seems to ask, how do they use the bathroom in space?
It's a logistical masterpiece, really?
Without gravity, a normal toilet would be a disaster.
Space toilets use a system of suction and airflow to pull waste away from the body. There are two separate hoses, one for urine and one for solid waste. Astronauts have to aim carefully.
The urine collected is sent to an incredibly advanced purification system.
This system recycles the urine along with humidity from the air and sweat and turns it back into clean, safe drinking water.
It might sound a bit gross, but the water is actually purer than most of the tap water we drink on Earth.
The solid waste is collected, compacted, and stored when a cargo ship brings new supplies to the station and is ready to leave. It's filled with trash, including the solid waste, and sent to burn up safely in Earth's atmosphere.
Personal hygiene is another challenge without gravity.
A shower like we have on Earth is impossible. Water would just form floating blobs and go everywhere.
So, how do they stay clean? Astronauts use rinse-free body wipes to wash themselves. For their hair, they use a special no-rinse shampoo.
They work it into their scalp with a little water and then towel dry it off.
Brushing their teeth is pretty similar to how we do it, but with a twist. They use a toothbrush and toothpaste, but since they can't just spit into a sink, they either swallow the toothpaste or spit into a towel. Every drop of water is precious, so conservation is key. Life on the ISS isn't just about survival. It's about work. Astronauts have a packed schedule, and a huge part of their day is dedicated to science. They conduct hundreds of experiments for scientists back on Earth, studying everything
From how microgravity affects the human body to material science and astrophysics.
Besides research, they also spend a lot of time on maintenance.
The ISS is a complex machine, and just like a house, it needs constant upkeep and repairs to keep everything running smoothly.
They also communicate regularly with mission control on the ground, reporting on their progress and receiving instructions for their next tasks.
One of the most critical parts of an astronaut's daily routine is exercise.
On Earth, gravity constantly pulls on our bodies, and our muscles and bones work against it to keep us upright. In space, without that resistance, muscles can weaken and bones can lose density very quickly. To combat these, astronauts must exercise for at least 2 hours every single day. They have some pretty cool, specially designed equipment. There's a treadmill they have to strap themselves into with a harness to simulate weight. There's a stationary bike and a unique resistance machine that uses vacuum cylinders to create resistance, allowing them to do exercises like squats and weightlifting. This rigorous fitness routine is absolutely essential for keeping them healthy in space and ensuring they are strong enough to readjust to Earth's gravity when they return.
After a long day of experiments and exercise, it's time for sleep.
Astronauts typically get about 8 hours of sleep, just like us.
As I mentioned earlier, they zip themselves into sleeping bags attached to the wall.
Some astronauts say it's the most comfortable sleep they've ever had, with no pressure points on their body.
To help regulate their sleep cycles, the lighting on the station is controlled to simulate a day and night rhythm. This is important because the ISS orbits Earth every 90 minutes, meaning they experience 16 sunrises and sunsets every 24 hours. Without controlled lighting, their body clocks would be completely out of whack. But it's not all work and no play. Astronauts need downtime to relax and recharge. They can watch movies on their laptops, read books, listen to music, and, most importantly, stay connected with their loved ones back home. They can make video calls and send emails to their families, which is a huge morale booster. But perhaps the most popular leisure activity is simply looking out the window. The cupola module offers a stunning 360-degree view of Earth. Astronauts often describe seeing our blue planet from above as a life-changing, awe-inspiring experience.
Watching continents drift by, seeing storms swirl over the ocean.
And witnessing those 16 sunrises and sunsets a day is a perk of the job that never gets old. It's a powerful reminder of the beauty of our home and their unique place in the universe.
So, from the intricate engineering of their toilets to the simple joy of gazing at Earth, life in space is a testament to human ingenuity and our unyielding desire to explore.
It's a challenging, highly structured, and completely unique way of life. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey to the International Space Station.
I hope you found it as fascinating as I do.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more adventures into science and space.
Let me know in the comments what you think would be the hardest part about living in space. See you next time.